Toledo's chapter of the NAACP held a conversation tonight about violence. It was prompted after the Glass City had one of its most violent years in history last year. Kaylee Kirby joins us live in studio tonight to explain. And Kaylee, ultimately, what was the goal of this event?
Jeff, the goal was to find a way to make sure our youth stay alive. The group says Toledo has been affected by too much gang violence, gang activity, homicides, and now that's time for a change. For some, Toledo's violence may be something we see on the news, but for others, it's more. We've shared their stories, ones like Erica White's, who recently lost her nephew to gun violence.
It's very personal for my family. So being here tonight is not only a way for us as a community to come together, but to also express what needs to be done within the community.
A violent end to 2021 has community leaders and a local organization saying they don't want this year to follow the same pattern. The Toledo chapter of the NAACP invited community members to a real talk event, getting real about what's going on.
We are fighting to save our very existence.
No matter how difficult the conversation, they say we need to find a way to limit the city's death toll.
We got to have this conversation so that we can attempt to curb some of our young people away from this violence.
And many say this event couldn't have come at a better time after a spike in juvenile murders and an increased number of threats in schools. But the panelists say the solution is as complex as the problem.
I think it's multi-pronged. Obviously, we have a pandemic that exacerbated a number of issues with our kids. A lot of our kids are going through a lot of anxiety, depression, other mental health issues. Families are struggling.
These conversations are sometimes uncomfortable, but they have to be had in order to take steps toward change. A change this aunt hopes we will all take part in.
It's happening everywhere, so everyone has to be engaged and be involved. And if we can do that as a community, we can start to make some positive changes within our community.
Now, many of those people attending acknowledge that in order to make this change, it's going to take everyone. It starts at home. We have to work together and speak up. Live in studio tonight, Kaylee Kirby, WTOL 11.